7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Tune in. This is your Friday Night Lights podcast, photo and entertainment in Middle Georgia sales and services. Coke, don't worry about Pepsi. I had to go see a man about a
Look at here, look at here.
A-Town down.
And you better not lose.
Tune in.
Not so fast, my friend.
Better say it with your chest.
Come on now, shout it.
And you better not lose. Hey, you better watch your mouth now.
I am a lady.
Better shut your mouth.
Yes, I am. I don't mean to interrupt. Better say it with your chest. Let's get it.
And you better not lose.
What's going on, people? What's going on?
What's up? What's up? What is happening? What's going on, everybody?
Happy Monday.
Hey guys.
Welcome. How was your weekend?
Man, too short.
Yeah, it wasn't long enough.
It definitely wasn't long enough, but it was a weekend. It was a weekend. I can't complain. I can't complain, guys. We are entering the third week of the season. Can you believe it?
It's going by fast.
It's going by fast. And guess what? Some people are starting to play their region games this week. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, like Northeast, I think they got a region game this week. So,
yeah, I think they play Waco, if I ain't mistaken.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they got like 10 people in that region. I mean, yeah, they got like 8 people in that region, so they don't have a lot of room for out of region games. But yeah, what's going on? Our listeners are popping in. Hey, Obadiah, TCC checking in. What's going on, Jeremy, Appleton County Pirate, Michael Ward. Hello, everyone. Go Brooks County Trojans, beat Cook County. Oh, that's gonna be a good game. What's going on? What's going on, the Wizard? How you doing? What's going on, Alvin Conte? Good to hear from you. Thought I was gonna see you this weekend, but it's all good. What's going on, Evan Reese? How you doing? The Mighty Roswell Hornets will be playing Walton this Friday. Okay. No, Lord. You just make sure you're on time, Wizard. That's all I'm gonna say. What's going on? Jamal Choice, TCC is in the building. Y'all welcome on in. Welcome on in. I'm assuming everybody had a good weekend, all right?
Yeah, for what it was okay. Just like I said, it just wasn't long enough. But it was especially great because Peach kind of got their lick back. You know what I mean? So
order has definitely been restored.
Right.
It has been restored, and I'm excited about that. J-Bo, how you doing? The boys on the hill are in the building. Okay. Welcome. Okay, so, well, all right, if you say so. What's going on, King Cornelius? There you go.
And guess what? And I'm going to stay here because all them grown folk that were dogging my nephew, he can't do this. He can't do that. He need to get in the weight room. But guess what? He made the highlight Friday night. I'm proud of him. He kept y'all out the end zone for sure. He kept Perry out the end zone.
Number 9.
Huh?
DA. You talking about DA?
Yeah.
That boy a baller now.
Yeah.
Real. King Cornelius says salute. Can I say this? I'm telling you who impressed me on Perry's team. That number 2. What's his name? Juju? That boy, I cussed every time they kicked it to him. I was like, kick it to somebody else. Well, the Corian was on the other end, number 9. He wasn't no better because he could run it too. But
he would listen. They got some weapons over there now. Believe me, I saw it. Mm-hmm. I saw it. They just couldn't, put it together. Offense like they needed to. They had the lead at halftime. They just couldn't, finish, but they definitely have playmakers. I'm gonna put it like that.
Yeah, they do. Let me see. Hold on. Let me speak. Oh, his name is Juju. So shout out to number 2, Juju, and shout out to number 9, Decorian Daniel. His dad comes on here sometimes. I was so glad to see him out there because he really has had he broke his leg last year and he was
I
able to
remember
come
that.
back.
Yeah.
And he had a hard road back. There was some other stuff that went on, so he didn't heal 100% till this summer, if I'm not mistaken. So it was really good to see him back out there and doing well. So let me.
I agree with that. I agree with that. He you could tell. I could tell. I can't speak for everybody else. I could tell. It wasn't the same like it was last season.
Mm-hmm.
But I could tell. He working his way back. If that makes sense. He
It
still
does.
look good though.
He does. So let me. Evan Reese has a question. He wants to know your thoughts on the Woodward 13-7 win over Collins Hill. Mike, you wanna handle that one?
Okay, this is what I'm gonna say. One, do not let the score fool you. Woodward Academy has a solid offense with their number 1 at receiver and that I believe is number 7 at quarterback. Great combination. And they have a running game to go with it. Their defense made Collins Hill look not like Collins Hill because so many expectations were put on Collins Hill through, coming into the season. Collins Hill is not that when it comes to playing quality competition. Number 1. And I say that to lead into Wednesday. But Collins Hill shows you who they really were in the Quirky Kid. And Woodward Academy put emphasis on this past Friday. Woodward Academy is going to be a problem.
So what do you think Woodward finishes in the region?
I have no issue with. I feel Woodward Academy is going to win the region.
Okay.
Now, my thing is, it's not their region. It's when they get it. The issue is going to be with them when they get into the playoff because Woodward Academy doesn't have the depth to go deep into the playoffs this year. That's the issue with Woodward.
Okay.
They got the balls. They just don't have the depth to go deep in the playoffs.
Okay. What's going on, Chris Pace? How you doing? Tough loss last Friday, but like you said, it's a new week. Welcome back. Welcome to the podcast.
All right.
Jimmy,
what was the score in that game, Jess? They lost?
Ooh, child. It was 24-14, if I'm not mistaken. Ware County 24, Coffee County 14.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken. I think that's what it was. But I mean, y'all knew y'all were young, so we'll see how the rest of the season plays out and where y'all land in the region standings. Jimmy Westbrook, we on the hill. You're a Carver Columbus Tiger. Welcome to the podcast. Cornelius King says Perry can't put it together yet. Okay, well, y'all, you play Hoko this weekend, then you play.
Yeah.
I think y'all play Veterans after that, or y'all play somebody. Y'all might be off, and then y'all play Veterans. So y'all got a couple of weeks to get it together before you hit region play. And then you got to play, I mean, Wayne. I think you'll do well against Wayne and what's the other one? New Hampstead. But y'all gonna have hands full with Benedictine Ware and possibly one of Robbins. Michael Ward said, I'm hearing a lot of great things about TCC. Are they similar to their last state championship team? What are their similarities and differences?
Nope.
Now, I will tell you, Mr. Ward, I don't know. But what I will tell you, based on what the people in Thomas County Central are saying, that this team is very, very deep. And they say it's something quite like they've never seen it before. We got a lot of TCC people in here, so once I get down the comments, I'll see what they say. But what are you saying, Mike?
I don't think they are as deep as their championship team. I don't think they're as deep as they were last year.
They say they deep.
Here's my thing. from their ones and their twos, it's not that much drop in talent. The problem is once you get past their twos, that's where the drop in talent comes in. So hopefully, and we're gonna knock on wood, TCC stays healthy throughout the season and they don't have to figure that out or experience the depth and the talent between the ones and the threes. As long as TCC continues, TCC maintains a quality rotation between the ones and twos on both sides of the ball because we know they play a platoon system. So as long as they can maintain a quality rotation on the defensive side of the ball, yes, TCC should go through the region and the regular season 10-0. When it comes to the playoff, that is where their depth is going to get tested. From the between that quarterfinal round and that semifinal round. That's where the depth is going to get tested at on the defensive side of the ball. Now, when you get to the offensive side of the ball, I
Going
can
in
see
and
the
out.
team. Oh, for me, I'm in and out.
That man on Cricket Mobile, ain't it?
No, I'm on my tablet right now. No, I'm on my tablet. I'm sorry.
Now that's
My
much
thing
better.
is,
Whatever you just
okay.
did, that's much better.
My thing with TCC when it comes to the offensive side of the ball, you haven't played, you won't play an opponent anytime soon that's going to actually test your offense. And that's my issue with TCC is they're not putting stress on themselves in their non-region schedule. Prior to going into region play, who is going to put that stress on TCC to make the players step up, the coaching staff step up to really understand and see what they have this year?
But in the same vein, what's the point of playing a tough non-region schedule and you injure yourself and you're battered and bruised when you go into region play? You know what I mean? That could affect your seating in the playoffs. I mean, I get both sides. And listen, their schedule hadn't changed in I don't know how long. It got them a championship in 23. So I hear what you're saying about being battle tested, but you know, if you got it and if you got the S's and O's and the Jimmys and Joes, and your goal is to win a state championship and not compete for this phantom national championship, I don't necessarily see a problem with it. But I mean, I hear what you're saying, but
Well, here's my thing. All right, when you look at their championship run, right? They caught one. We're gonna throw Highway 84 out of the conversation, okay?
Thank
We're gonna do
you.
that. We're not even gonna do that. So let's get into the region play, right? In 2023, the region was down. They caught that region at a great time because let's I'm gonna run it down. You ran through veterans, you ran through TIF, you ran through a Houston County, right? You pulled one out over Lee County and you beat the North Side. Now you get into the playoffs. You're playing St. Pite. Listen to the teams I'm saying who they played. You play the St. Pite. You play the Jonesboro. You pulled a nail biter. Last play of the game, field goal win out over Rome. Congratulations. You beat a quality Marist team by 6. You get into the championship. The championship game is the one game where you gave up the most points of that whole season. You beat Woodward Academy 49-28. Woodward Academy, we knew they had a quality running game. Passing game wasn't all that. So my thing is, when it comes to Thomas County Central, all I'm saying is we don't have a measuring stick and we will not have a measuring stick until they get into region play. Based off of their regular season.
Measuring them on something, talking about they ain't got nothing past the second string, which is my question, because how do you know that? JV beating shit out, beating down teams already, and the season just started. So
Girl,
how
we
can you
talking about we talking about Monroe and Cairo that they beat up on so far.
I don't care about the teams they beat up on. I'm speaking specifically on you talking about They don't have nothing past their ones and their twos. How do you know that? Especially now you talking about
Because we don't have a measuring stick between the ones and between 1, 2, and 3. They haven't played an opponent that's going to give them quality film and quality
This guy.
definition on how these ones, twos, and threes are gonna play. They haven't played a quality opponent yet in these first two games.
So just say you don't have a measuring stick. Don't say there's a drop off in talent. You can't say that if you don't know.
But we already know. Okay, the theory has not been disapproved that from your ones to your threes it is a dramatic drop in talent. It's been proven. Nobody has disapproved it yet. But between ones and twos, we know that talent drop is not going to be much. It's going to be minimal. But between your twos and your threes, that's the issue, because when you bring in your threes, you're dealing with what? Freshmen.
Let me ask you a question.
Majority of the time.
Let me ask you a question.
That don't mean there's a talent drop off though. Especially
it's going to be a talent drop off between ones and threes. It's going to be a dramatic drop.
I'm sick of you for them Thursday. I hope they show your ass.
You named off all those teams, right? And I'm just trying to make sure I see your point. All those teams that you named that they play en route to a state title, are you saying none of those teams offer a measuring stick? I'm just trying to follow you.
That TCC is playing on Highway 84?
No, okay.
No, you talking about the team they play getting to the championship, like even the playoffs.
2023. Okay, dude. Okay, let's back up. We got to go further into this conversation, right? From 2017 all the way to 2021, TCC was getting beat up by Highway 84. I don't think any TCC fan can deny that or will deny that.
Okay, now listen to me. What I'm asking you is, the year they won state,
yes,
did they play anybody that season that you could say, okay, that's a great measuring stick game?
Yeah, they played two teams in the playoffs, Rome and Marist.
Okay, so how did that help your point this season? I'm just trying to understand.
It doesn't help my point this season because they're not playing those type of teams this season. That's what I'm trying to get at. TCC is scared to get off of Highway 84 and play quality teams.
Wait, hold on. How can you say that though? Because what was their schedule back in 2023? Weren't they playing similar teams in the
No, they playing the exact same teams in 2023. That's what I'm getting at.
Championship. They still.
I'm with you on that. And I'm with you on that. That's what I'm saying. We all know. I don't care what nobody on this panel says. They got very lucky when they beat Rome. Nobody on this. Hold on, Joe. Nobody on this panel expected TCC to get past Rome, but TCC pulled it out with a last-second field goal to beat Rome 19-16.
You say they got lucky?
Yes, they got lucky with a last-second game-winning field goal to beat Rome because nobody on this panel expected TCC to beat Rome, and I guarantee you right now, majority of TC fans, buttholes were tight riding up to Rome for that game because they're like, oh snap, we going ahead to play Rome. But home,
they pull it out though. They pulled it out, right?
They pulled it out. They pulled it out.
But why does it have to be because they're lucky? Why couldn't it be because they're just that good?
This man be hating on them.
Because when you look at their schedule, when you run, no, I'm not being hateful. I'm being real about it. When you look at their schedule, right? You run down through their schedule for 2023. They were blowing folks out by 21, 28 points, with the exception of Lee County.
Well, what that says is they can play, they can do blowouts, and they can win close games.
Exactly.
Isn't that what it says?
That's what it is.
I'm asking. I would be interested in looking at stats for that game too. I mean,
can I comment on this for 1 second?
Yes,
please. Go ahead.
I thought you were doing
I was, and I do thank y'all for doing a great job in my absence. This show is not made by me at all, but I just wanted to say that because I have been listening in the background and y'all have been doing a great job, especially debate my brother. Y'all know that's my job to debate this guy.
Well, he
Now,
wasn't available.
with that being said, I clearly understand what Mike is saying on the wrong game. Okay. Y'all know, like, especially like with the Wizard pick or when me and Mike do our predictions and things like that, when we be talking about what we think games gonna be, those are either way games. You know what I mean? So the only test TCC had in 2023 was wrong. Marist wasn't even a test for him. Now let's be clear. Thomas County Central was one of the best teams in 2023. Justin Rogers came in, he did a great job. Them winning by that 3 points, I don't think it was luck. It could have went either way. Wrong. It was a lot of turnovers in that game. If I'm not mistaken, it was cold and rainy. Maybe Thomas County Central can let us know. But it was a hell of a game, and TCC pulled it out. But I clearly understand what Mike's saying. That was their only test for 2023. Not because of the schedule. That's why I disagree with you at, bro. It wasn't because of the schedule. It was just that Thomas County Central in 2023 was miles ahead of everybody that was scheduled and lined up in front of them, except for Rome. You know, I heard them one time say that should have been the championship game. You really did have the two best teams in 5A at that time being Rome and Thomas County Central. You really did. So
I agree.
Why you saying that? I don't think it was luck.
No, agree. It wasn't luck. It was an either way game. You know, Rome could have pulled it out. Thomas County pulled it out. I just think it was Rome's year. It was Rome's game because, like I said, Thomas County Central. TCC had a lot of chances to put that game away earlier. Rome had a lot of chances, and both teams was making mistakes. And in the end, Thomas County Central pulled it off. So I don't think a schedule affects a team run to a championship. I disagree with Mike there. But I do feel like you can get complacent if you are playing teams and you know you hammering them 30 points a game. You can run up against a team that is a either way game, like that wrong game. And just the way TCC pulled it off, they could have lost also by 3. And then we wouldn't even be having this discussion. So again, I say you gotta just have a team together, and I go with what Jess said. If you got the Jimmys and Joes on that field like Thomas kind of had in 2023, in 2024, and presumed to have this year, I don't think the schedule will determine whether they make the championship. It's if those Jimmys and Joes are put in the right places with the X's and O's, and they're able to execute. That's any football team on any level. You have a chance to win the championship.
So I'm going to say what you're saying. Coach Rogers, this is my message to you.
Oh, Lord.
No, it's a simple message. Keep your team focused on their opponent.
There you go. I don't care.
That's all I'm saying. No, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't care if it's Highway 84. I don't care if it's Interstate 75. I don't care if it's around the 285 loop. You got the guys on that team to win a championship. Keep them focused. It don't matter who you playing. It's game by game. You play who you got in front of you. You don't take Cairo or Thomasville or Brooks County or Bainbridge. You don't take them no lighter than you would take Langston Hughes, Milton, Gainesville, and whatnot. And that's a formula for winning a championship.
Yes.
So that's all I want to say. And that's all I want to say is, Coach Rogers, you are playing to go 1-0. You're playing week to week. You keep your team focused week to week. That is what is going to get TCC to the promised land and to a state title this year.
This guy amazed me. He coming from somebody who think of the game against Thera is a measuring stick game. Come on, man.
Who said that? Who said that?
I'm just saying, bro. You could.
My team got their measuring stick this Friday night.
Against who?
Collins
Hill.
Well, you won't be measuring up to that one. You won't be measuring up to that one, so
let me.
And then go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, let me go ahead because I know the Wizard got to come on, but I was just gonna I was gonna skip around a little bit and read the comments about Thomas County Central, and then I was gonna come back and say hello to everybody, so that we can wrap this up. So,
Don't blame me. It wasn't my fault we got on there.
sir,
How did we get on it then? I forgot.
Michael Ward had a question about TTC, and then and you know how Mike is. He started talking, and then he started talking about the ones and the threes, and we got off into that, and then he got into the Highway 84 conversation without getting into the Highway 84 conversation, and here we are. Let me go ahead and read around. Jamal Choice says he answered Michael Ward's question. He said Thomas County Central is deeper than our 23 team. That's the main difference. If we play like the talent we have, then we should be back in the big game. BJ Frazier, welcome to the podcast. I do see. I'm gonna read your comment because it tickled me. He said, "Let's go, Cairo. God, we need you." But he says, "I think Thomas County Central is the best team in the state out of any classification." I personally think they're in the top 3, but I think that title belongs to Grayson for sure. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. As of right now, yes.
Let's see. It was something else. Oh, everybody else, Mr. HK say you need to check what's in Mike. Somebody check Mike's cup. And then let's see.
It ain't nothing but brown in it. I'm already in the supply. I'm ready for y'all today.
BJ said, Jamal said, we can't help who the hell we played. We went 15-0. And BJ
yes, you can. You can help who you play. Talk. All you gotta do is talk to your AD. Don't come at me with that BS.
BJ said it sounds like you're hating. Honestly.
Yeah. No, I hate that y'all playing a soft ass non-region schedule. Because if you want to proclaim your team to be the best, then get with your AD, get with your AD and play a better schedule. Highway 84 ain't going nowhere. Step outside of Highway 84. Go, like I said, play a quality team in Florida, play a quality team in Alabama. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah. I know this ain't House Bill 5250 talking.
We ain't even going there.
Oh, House Bill 252 don't prove it. They don't win to Alabama, South Carolina, and Maryland, and beat and Denver and Colorado. Hold on, and Colorado and beat the best there in that state. So all I'm saying is,
why you didn't go?
All I'm saying is, for what? We've already proved ourselves. So therefore, if you want to be the best, go play the best throughout the nation. That's all I'm saying.
You're supposed to play them every year. If you're gonna tell them they need to strengthen their schedule, y'all play a strong schedule every year. Don't stop it. Keep it going.
So why are we playing 6A and 5A schools every year? Because we feel we can.
And so how has that worked out for you in the past couple of years?
Well, last year didn't work out too good. We're gonna say that. This year, I think it's gonna work out very well this year.
Okay. So here's the thing. When y'all went out there to play Texas, when y'all went up to DC, when y'all went down to Florida, y'all were gonna win anyway.
Okay, last year, like I told you, before the season even got started last year, what did I tell y'all? Our issue was quarterback play. Quarterback play lost us games in Texas. It lost us games throughout the regular season. It lost us games in the playoff because of our quarterback play from last year. That quarterback play, no, Jess, I'm being real with you now. I'm having my Stephen A. moment. Let me do it. Because y'all done got me started. But all I'm saying, our quarterback play is totally different. Yes, we have a freshman at quarterback that is showing things that a freshman should not show. So here's my thing. Do I feel we're going to beat Collins Hill? Not really. But we're going to make it competitive because of our quarterback play, because we are not walking into this game with that same quarterback play. Do we beat Alpharetta and Mount Perrin up in North Atlanta? Yes, I think we do win the next 2 games after Collins Hill. And walk into region play at what? Guess what? 3-1.
Good for you.
And guess what? And guess who we gonna lose to? If anybody we lose to in the region, Stevenson.
Okay.
Well, that was a such thing as wishful thinking, but we just heard it.
Let me read these
Oh,
comments.
you really think we're gonna lose to Doug? Have you seen Doug play?
It's
Okay.
deeper than Doug, dog. You ain't gonna win against your non-regional opponents either.
Okay.
So you mean to tell? Okay, we don't.
Damn it, Joe.
There we is.
Okay. Andrew Watkins. Welcome to the podcast, sir. He says Doherty has a big game in Valdosta this Friday night. Now you're.
Jed, don't even read that. We're not doing that. Cross Creek ain't got no big game coming up this week.
And Mr. Watkins, are you like your counterpart on the Friday show said, and this is what he said. I can't remember his name. If you out there, sir, come back and defend your point. He said that Doherty County is gonna beat Valdosta this weekend. Are you do you believe that, or do you think you're gonna be competitive? What's going on, Paris? How you doing? Let's see. What's going on, Jabari Green? How are you? How you doing, Mr. Reddick? What's going on, Mr. Kenneth Hurst, TCC? How you doing, Mr. Reiner? Toombs County is in the house. Obadiah says, remember, he said thinks, and we can end that conversation right there. Woo, the shade. If I had my fan, I'd flick it right now. JUGA Murray said Lincoln County has to be the Class A D2 favorite. They're big, fast, and deep. A kicker is going to give great field position and make teams start inside the 20 every time. Well, if there's a formula for winning it all, that's damn sure one. I mean, excuse me, it's Monday. That certainly is the formula to do that. Mr. Choice said, what else do you need besides ones and twos? And Mr. Reddit says some of TCC's threes are just as good. Let's see. Hawkinsville, Paris says Hawkinsville beat Schlide. Hawkinsville said they're back again, 2-0. Okay. What'd you say?
Is Schlide strong this year?
No. Let's see. Jeremy says TCC has a team to play a few out-of-state schools. Just hold on 1 minute, Mr. Wizard. Your roommate got to talking, so we backed up in these comments, and I want to get all of them out of the way before you start. Is that okay? Thank you. Mr. HK, he said that's what the region is for, bro. We play. You act like we play in the SEC. Mr. Benjamin, how you doing? We are doing well. I don't know how Southwest Cap did this weekend, but welcome to the podcast. Peace and blessings. Mr. Frazier said he'll put the house on Thomas County. Mr. HK, he didn't say y'all played TIF. He was talking about the year before y'all switched regions. He was talking about that. Mr. Westbrook says Harris County will get marked on Friday. Welcome to the beginning of the Bengal dynasty. Go Carver Tigers. Okay. Adam Estes said, good evening, guys and gals. Go Big Blue. We're headed to Lee Friday night. That's gonna be an interesting game, I think. Darius Kirksey, welcome, sir. Langston is in the building. Darius says that's every 5A team. You've got 5 contenders: TCC, Langston, Gainesville, Lee, and Milton. And coming out of Region 2, they'll be tested more than the rest of us. So you don't think Woodward Academy is a contender, Mr. Kirksey?
It's a little deeper than that. Also, Mr. Kersey, you got to add Rome. You got to add Roswell. So Rome, don't sleep on Rome because of their early losses. They jumped out on Creekside. Creekside is a real strong team in 4A this year. So I agree with what you're saying on those top 5. But like my sis said, you got to add Woodward in there. You got to add Rome. You got to add Roswell. And the most surprising team of all, you can't leave out Sequoia. Sequoia has been really upsetting a lot of y'all top 5s in that 5A. So don't keep sleeping on Sequoia.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm gonna go even further than that. For some reason, I don't want y'all to sleep on Sprayberry.
Okay.
But we're gonna see this coming weekend though.
Okay. Mr. Kersey says, I can admit Langston's region is weak. We won't see smoke until the second round, where we'll likely face the Region 2 runner up. Most won't have a measuring stick. So I guess that's the TCC's point. You're talking about a measuring stick. Most of these people won't have a measuring stick. What's going on, Oscar Miles? How you doing? He said, might just be talking. And he said,
No,
Mr. HK said, y'all check that man cup.
no. Let's be. Hold on. I got to get this out. Let's be real. A lot of North Georgia teams are playing teams that are. I'm not gonna say. Okay, I'm gonna put it like this. North Georgia teams are playing teams that are either even or above them in their non-region. Because when you get down to it, non-region games has no implication on your placement in the playoffs in the region. None. So why would Milton go out and play a Buford? Why would Benedictine play Buford and Colquitt County? And on top of that, why would they put themselves out there 3 weeks in a row and play Prince Avenue? But my thing is, I'm sorry, Blessed Trinity. My thing is, you get your team prepared for not only one region play, but you get your teams prepared for playoffs. Now, I will say this. You know, as y'all bring it up, the championship year of 2023 for TCC, yes, they had a great run, going 15-0 and winning a state title. Great run. My thing is, why not prepare yourself for a game that's not going to affect you at all in your playoff standing?
Well, that's what.
Why not throw yourself out there and see where you're really at? I'm not telling you to go out there and play a DeSoto like Creekside about to do this weekend. No, that's not what I'm telling you or asking of you. All I'm saying is take one of those games off of Highway 84 and go play somebody else. Go play about. Hey, you want to keep it in Georgia? Go play Valdosta. Go play Lowndes. You know what I'm saying? Go play somebody that is on your level in your non-region schedule. That's all I'm saying.
The hypocrisy.
Okay.
Yeah, they
So
have played the All-Star and teams like the Lions. They have. This is their current schedule. It ain't stopped them from winning championships in the past, whether they played in state or out of state. The ultimate goal is to win a state championship, right?
Exactly.
They've done that. They've shown you that they can do that. What else do they need to prove?
You really want to go there because when you look at their past championships, they don't play quality non-region schedule. Or I'm not gonna say quality. I'm gonna say better non-region schedules than what they played. In their current two past years,
the
three seasons.
the consent. I'm not gonna read all of them, but the consensus in the comments are very few teams 5A or not have a have consistent threes. I mean, most teams don't, so they're not really
I'm,
agreeing with you on that. How many teams have threes? You know what I'm saying? So that's
and
not
that's my point. Nobody,
that's not a
your
measure.
threes don't matter. Your threes are not equivalent to you winning a game. Your
But
threes are not
that
going to
doesn't
make
mean
you
they're not
win.
deep, though. That doesn't mean they're not deep. And what you're saying is ones and two. That what they're saying is they have depth at 1 and 2, and then yes, they have a lot of talent at 3. But you're saying that like there's and that's what they're saying. The difference is from the 23 team to the 25 team, right? So I just don't. Okay, let me be
I,
quiet.
honestly, I, honestly, I think their 23 team had a better passing game than this year's team. Okay, I'm gonna say it. I was
Oh,
trying to not to say it, but I think their 23 team had a better passing game than this year's team.
okay.
The
So
season just started, bro.
Mr.
I don't
Henderson,
care. That's what we're here for.
Mr.
We're here to tell the truth and to get the listeners to interact. So if what I said is upsets the listeners, then so be it. But I think they had a pass. I think they had a better passing game in 2023 than they do this year.
Okay, that's not. I mean, that's your opinion. There's nothing wrong with that. I personally haven't seen Thomas County Central this year, So I can't say that because I just haven't had a chance to look at your highlights, but um, I I don't doubt what everybody else is saying. J-Bo said
Yeah, that's
everybody has
tough
a
for to
talent.
say that. That's tough to say that Johnson as a sophomore was a better passer than he is as a senior. I
No,
mean,
it's
I don't
not
know.
him as a better no. It's not him as a better passer. It's him having a good receiver tight end room, a better
Yeah, I was
or
gonna say
just
they
as
had a
good
stud of a tight end.
receiver
Yeah, they had
or
a
tight
stud.
end room. I don't feel
Yeah,
they have that tight end and receiver room that he had as a sophomore.
Okay,
I
what
just don't see it.
yeah, they had a stud of a tight end.
what they saying is there's some studs that replace him. J-Bo said everybody has a talent drop off besides Cedar Grove, I guess. Uh,
Well,
Jeremy,
City Grove had a dramatic drop off once Coach Adams left and
uh,
EJ Colson reclassified, and Bo Walker decided he wanted to transfer to Raven Gap.
no, he decided he wanted to transfer to Stockton. He
No,
wanted to stay down the
I skipped
road.
the whole school. I skipped the whole school on purpose.
I didn't know.
That
Jeremy
was a
went.
good one, J-Bo.
Jeremy says Marist gave TCC all they could. How you doing, Miss Janet Christopher Redding? Welcome to the podcast. Dwayne, what's going on? How you doing, Mr. Wynn? How you doing, sir? He said get modern day of St. John Bosco on TCC schedule yet next year. Okay, Mr. HK, I'm not fixing to get into that about Rome being lucky that the game stayed close. I'm not going there. Uh Dwayne said, "What it do, Dro?" And now TCC don't play nobody in no region play. How you doing, Earl? Welcome to the
What's up,
podcast,
Dwayne?
sir.
What's going
I
on?
got a question.
Yes, sir. What you want?
I been waiting. I thought it came on at 7:45. How
Well,
much longer
blame
I
your
gotta wait?
roommate because he talked too damn much. Now you hush and
Thursday.
wait.
Thursday, shut your butt up.
Thank you. Now you hush till I finish, and then
Okay.
you
Hold
can
on,
go.
wait a minute. Now he just told Thursday to hush it. Thursday, you gonna take that? You ain't gonna say you ain't gonna argue with him?
Y'all let
You
me
ain't
get
gonna
through
argue
these
with him, Thursday?
comments.
Nope. I'm not arguing with him.
Let me hear
He
y'all
put
argue.
money in my pocket.
Make
Let,
my day.
let me get through these comments.
Hold on, Jay. We gonna get to him. Make my day. I want to hear y'all argue. Make my day.
Okay, so let's see. Let's see. Um. Hold on. They say you're a hater, Mike. HK said this man drinking four locos, mixed gin, and cut water. And
Nope. I'm drinking Travelers.
Alvin said, let's be honest. Why would a quality team in Middle or North Georgia want to schedule TCC? A Milton or a Gainesville gets nothing out of scheduling TCC. He said, my kid goes to Langston. I got to disagree on this TCC talk because what? He said, well, yeah, okay, they disagreeing. It's too many y'all damn TCC folk. Let me see somebody. Jimmy says Carver has a soft schedule, but we not worried about our strength of schedule. What's going on, Mr. Sloan? My syrup maker still breathing after that beat down by TCC. Bless your heart. And best of luck to you this weekend. Although my sister's gonna be like bullshit, y'all gonna get it again this week, but
Well, when we beat y'all ass, just blame Mike.
okay. What's going
Okay.
on, my brother? He said, don't ever underestimate or take lightly anybody. This is a take. TCC might get mad at you, Jeremy. He said if Langston Hughes didn't have a lot of injuries in 2023, I believe Aaron Nolan then would have won it again. What y'all think about that?
I agree. Like we already discussed that. It ain't to bring up nothing. You know, that's part of football. You're gonna have injuries. But yeah, a healthy Langston Hughes, I don't think Thomas County win that year. It
Pretty
don't take
much.
away from them winning it because they did what they were supposed to do. So I'm not knocking TCC any kind of way. But yeah, that Langston
Pretty
Hughes
much.
with a healthy Aaron Nolan, yeah, that's a different outcome.
I would have
Pretty much.
loved to have seen that matchup. I don't know that they would have won. Alvin says Thirsty is the Charles Barkley of this show, saying the same thing over and over. Danny
Man,
said,
go ahead and tag me, Stephen A. Smith, Charles Barkley. It don't
nah,
matter.
somebody called you Skip Bayless. I just
I take that too. Because that's what I do. Because what's my middle name? BS. What BS stand for?
Bull squat.
Bullshit.
Exactly. My name is Thursday BS Rollins, comma Esquire.
There's you. Danny Jones, welcome to the podcast. He says TCC was well coached and they were tested, but and the game could have gone either way. Um, Thirsty, his government name. Paris say Thirsty is your government name. We can't call you Mike no more. Andrew Watkins says yes, we're hungry for a win. He's believing in his Doherty Trojans to beat Valdosta.
Did they beat Toombs?
No.
What was the score?
12-6. They called it at halftime.
Okay, so they lost the Toombs, but they gonna beat Valdosta.
They said they hungry for a win. I don't know that to be true. That's what they said.
So I'm just trying to make it sound, intriguing. They lost the Toombs, but they gonna beat Valdosta.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tracy Fudge, welcome to the podcast. If your last name is Fudge, you from Macon County. So welcome to the podcast. Waterlow popping. Now see, you just be quiet because Water done said something.
Me and the witch got some things to do.
I don't give a damn what y'all got. You finna make me think. You finna make me act like it's Friday. Now hush. Let me get through this shit now.
Okay.
Water.
It's Monday. Keep that in mind.
Okay, thank you. I was very good Friday, so I'm okay. It was just pent up, so I'm gonna be quiet. But Woody out here writing checks, his butt can't cash. He said, "I can't wait till we smack Peach County so we can shut y'all up about Doherty. Put wish in one hand and poop in the other, and see what you end up with, sir." All right. Tracy says, "Watch out for Noonan High this year." BJ says the South has the best football in Georgia. Yeah, okay.
Look, man, I got Tinkerbell. Look, me
Go
and the witch
Go ahead. Anybody I didn't read, anybody that I did not read, y'all welcome to the podcast, darling. Miss
I'm just saying, do you understand Tinkerbell?
Miss Calhoun, Mr. Marable, Mr. Myers, Barry Van, John Wilkins, Patrick Burke. All y'all welcome to the podcast. Lee Nicholson, y'all welcome to the podcast. Hit it.
I'm just saying, we got Tinkerbell downstairs waiting on it. We've been trying to for a long time.
Oh, you cheating. Oh, okay. So you
no, I said, listen to what I said. I said, me and the witch.
Okay,
We trying to get some of that dust sprinkled on us.
Okay, do you spill? Go ahead, sir. I'm finna bake my potato. You do what you gonna do.
So, since Jessica is going elsewhere, Hannah, I need for y'all to interact with me. So, private, I went 8-1 overall on the week. Westman let me down over North Hall, but it is what it is. But I will take the 8-1, and I'm gonna show y'all why at the end. Any questions or conversations on private? No. Okay. Chris County. I don't know what y'all were thinking. Y'all was gonna be loving. Okay, moving on.
What were the final score in that game?
17-10. Love it.
Oh, okay.
So, Single A Division 2. I went 9-0. What can I say? Any questions for me? No? Good. Because y'all got me about 20-30 minutes behind schedule. Why?
Don't worry
D1.
about it.
I went 7-1 in D1. Blakely County, how you lose the Dodge? It wasn't even supposed to happen.
That's a rivalry game, I think. So
it is.
We know that, but Blakely, granted, you was at Dodge, but you was supposed to moonwalk on their midfield logo.
Well,
I guess
listen,
I
Dodge
mean
ain't a bad team.
I get what you're saying, but I mean that's one of them cases where okay, that's a heated rivalry game, so it could go either way.
And Dodge wasn't a bad team last year. So
Well, I'm with you, but I still went 7-1, so I'm good.
okay.
I'm just saying.
Okay, sugar.
2A. Now, 2A, yeah. I got jacked up in 2A. Wanted to put the win out. Thompson. Ooh, wee. Before you go back into South Carolina again, reevaluate yourself. And Hart County.
Wait a minute, let me see that score.
Now,
I missed it. They lost. Well, they lost by 18 or they lost by 26. Which one?
okay, so
They
the
lost.
score you see that is not in the parentheses is what I predicted. The score you see in the parentheses is the actual game score.
Okay, so they went over there bothering them folk.
Yeah, they went down there. Yeah, they went up north on I-20 bothering folks.
Yeah,
I don't even know why they crossed the border. They just should have stayed where they was at and forfeited the game if they were gonna do that.
It's all right. They're a powerhouse. But I'm glad you went over there. And you didn't get a 50-piece put on you, so that's a blessing.
Facts. Oh yeah, last week was ugly, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But we got some from this week though. So 3A. I went 9-1 again. North Hall disappointed. I mean, not North Hall, but Wesleyan disappointed me because I just knew Wesleyan was gonna beat North Hall, but North Hall surprised me. I did predict Sandy Creek, LaGrange, Peach was gonna win, but damn it, North Hall. I'm gonna have to come. I might have to fly. Me and the witch gonna have to fly up there and talk to y'all.
Let me ask you a question. What do you know about North Hall historically?
I don't care about historical. All I care about right now.
Just answer my question. What do you know about it?
All I know is about right now, today.
Okay, because North Hall, they are known to be a playoff contender.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. But my thing is, when you look at North Hall, they don't really go that far in the playoffs because last year was the first time since, if I'm not mistaken, 2012, which is like 12 years, that they got past the second round. So last year they got to the quarterfinals, and man, ain't nobody studying North Hall right now.
And would you say the surprise is really how they beat them?
Yes, like I say, I did not expect North Hall to come out and play Wesleyan like that. I think I need to go back and reevaluate Wesleyan. That's just me
Man, they
personally.
play football. The Trojans. I think that's their nickname too. The Trojans. I think it's North Hall Trojans, but
yeah, you're right. You're right.
They play football at North Hall now.
Yeah, but again, like I said, North Hall hasn't been past the second round since 2012.
I understand.
So why should I expect them to be any different?
They still make the playoffs, and Wesleyan they make the playoffs too. So I mean, you know, it kind of like you trying to downplay North Hall. That's what it sounds like.
No, North Hall surprised me this week. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Can I get back down to the basement?
Y'all hurry up. I want you to go. I want you to be happy. I want you to go. Let's move on, sugar.
Okay, I'm trying to get some of that Tinkerbell. Okay. 4A, I went 4-0, predicted 4A perfectly. Any questions?
I like that. I like that last score though. That's pretty.
I'm sure you and other people do too.
Yeah, that's a pretty score.
See, I don't hate on y'all. I just keep it real, child.
Keep it on real to 5A.
Okay, 5A. I'm starting to pick up some of this ATL lingo. I don't like it though, but I'm picking it up.
I appreciate
So
it.
apparently, that little freshman quarterback at Milton, he playing better than I expected him to. And that was the only loss I took in 7A in 5A as I went 7-1.
I don't know if we're gonna talk about it, but I'm concerned. If I'm not mistaken, Lee County and Hateville Charter played a half of football, right?
Yeah, but it was not officially recorded from everywhere I looked.
And was
And
it
everybody
raining?
I
Was
talked.
it raining really, really, really bad?
Apparently, they canceled the game. I'm just saying.
But
They
to
called it.
me,
It wasn't official.
I know it wasn't official, but if they technically played a half and it was 0-0, that gives me pause. But keep going. I'm looking for something. Yeah, I don't see nothing else on 5A.
Okay.
Go ahead.
6A. I went 7-1 in 6A. So, I heard you ask the question on Friday night. Is Makita real and North Cobb Fool's Gold? And if I'm not mistaken, my landlord Thursday said
You don't
it
pay
was
no
a combination of
damn rent.
both.
You don't play no damn rent. Stop lying so much on landlord.
Okay.
But yes,
It sounded good though.
what Thirsty said was it's a little bit of both. Yes. And I think Yo
Okay.
said the same thing. It's a little bit of both.
So yeah, that North Cobb McKitchen game screwed me up. So I went 7-1. But I had a good week though. Because overall for the week, I went 61-8, which gave me 88 percentile. And guess what? First week of the season, I started off at like 75. Oh, guess what? I'm above 80.
Good
I'm getting
job.
closer to that 85.
Now show me who won the pick'ems this week.
Why you gotta go there? So this how the pick'ems went. So you gotta go there. So I'm gonna go there with you, cause I understand we keep it real on this show. So yes, I went 5-5 on the pick'em. So far this season, I'm at 10-10. So the actual, I forgot who won this week.
It was
Anybody remember? Was it Jamie or Jim?
No, it wasn't. It was
It was Jim that won this past week.
I think. I'm almost positive. But I don't quote me. But look. Who you see at the bottom though? Who you see at the bottom coming up the rear? What's that coming down the track? Y'all see my
Oh, that's the red and black.
I see my boy, Yo Soy. He wasn't even on the leaderboard last week.
Yeah, but you know what though? I gotta say this. I'm gonna let y'all, I'm gonna build up your what y'all humans call that?
Esteem?
Confidence. What's the human call it? Confidence?
Yeah.
Yeah, throughout the season, because I automatically make it to the playoffs, so it don't matter what I do during the regular season. It's everybody in green. So everybody in green. Guess what? I got some. You think last week was bad? Man, this week gonna be worse. So I'm saying this. My pick'ems will be out at 08. Mo, I hope you listening. My pick'ems will be out at 08 EST. Mo, that's Eastern Standard Time. You can abbreviate it if you want to. I'm just saying, you ain't got to spell it out all
You didn't say 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. They will
be AM.
AM. 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. His pick'em. He takes too damn long. 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. His pick'ems will be available on the FNL page. I want you all to go and sign up and do your pick'ems for the week. It's week 3. You're a little bit behind, but you can still catch up. If you're in the top 5, you go to the playoffs and you get a chance to win $200.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I lay my head down?
on Tinkerbell.
Can I see my Al Green right now? Oh, your pillow.
You can lay on the Tinkerbell.
Alright, so this is what I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna get up out of here because me and the witch, we gotta go down there and play with Tinkerbell.
Okay, y'all have a good time, and we'll see you next time. Sugar, hold
on. I gotta put my PA out there. Thanks to our sponsors. The pick'em is worth $200 this year. If you can beat me and make it to the playoffs and beat me in the playoffs, you got a chance to win $200 in December. I think that would do a lot of people some good during Christmas time. So, with that being said, keep doing what you're doing. Keep playing. Them pickers will be out at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow on the FNL page website, on Facebook. And, y'all keep trying because this is a sprint, not a marathon.
It's a marathon.
I love you, Jessica.
I love you too, Sugar. We'll see you Wednesday.
Hold on. Let me say hey to my other boo. Hey, Shakira. How you doing?
Hey, Wizard. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. You mad at me yet?
No, I ain't mad at you.
Okay. Don't talk about me soon, though, okay? Because I'm gonna end up picking against y'all.
That's fine.
Okay. All right. With that being said, Mexican fella. My boy. That's what the YS say. Yo. What's happening? Mo.
He's not on
right Hold now. It down like you're supposed to. Y'all be
good. We'll see you Wednesday, baby. We want to miss you. We'll see you
Wednesday. The man said he was finna leave about 30 minutes ago.
And didn't he? But okay. Okay.
Boy, that doesn't talk too much.
Yeah. Why you didn't tell him to go and get up out of there?
Cause he didn't want to have to deal with him, I assume. What's going on, Marquise? What's going on, Marquise? Let's see. Darius says Northside might not win a game this year. You know what, Mr. Kirksey? You might be right because their best bet was Baldwin, and I think they got to play Burke. If they don't beat Burke, it's going then they have to play Peach County. They play Warner Robins this week, then they play Burke, and then they play Peach County, and then I think they're going to region play. So they won't have another chance if they don't beat Burke, Peach, or Warner Robins. Probably they won't beat nobody until they play. I mean, they won't have a chance to win a game until veterans, and that's not a given. So you are absolutely correct, Mr. Kirksey. Northside could go 0-10. I don't think they should. I don't think they will, but it's a very, very good possibility. But as long as they don't beat Peach, I don't care. What's going on, Mr. Shields? The Knights are coming along. Who are the Knights? What Knights you talking about?
Is he talking about us and Lee?
That's a good question. They might be somebody. I did read somewhere where he said they said Upson Lee looked pretty good. I think that was Harris or somebody that said that. He also said that it was lightning in that Lee County Hateville Charter game more so than rain. How you doing, Jordan BJ? Obadiah, you went 5-5. You got to get your game up, Obadiah. I'm used to seeing your name up there on the leaderboard. Mr. Heather says she's still at 12, and you are in it, Sugar. All it takes, let me tell you, all it takes is somebody to miss a week, and you right up there. Or you just, do for them to have a bad week or miss a week, and baby girl, you right up there. What's going on, Elmo? Dwayne said he's gonna be on the leaderboard next week. And how you doing, Mr. Robert? So let's go back to this Lee County Hateville charter thing. And panel and listeners, y'all talk to me too. When I saw that, I was like, well, did they play the game at all? And I know it was, you said it was official or unofficial or whatever. But if they actually played a half of football and Lee County did not score, is that telling?
I asked this question earlier, and I want to know if there's some truth to it. Is Lee County one dimensional on offense this year?
Yeah.
Yeah. To answer the question, yes.
Based on what I saw, it was like, okay, so I went to the scrimmage game and they got two running backs that are number 7 and number 4. They got it together. In spite of, questions on the offensive line. But they're big and they're fast and they're physical. I gave them a lot of grace simply because it was a scrimmage game, and Carver, even though they're 2A, they have a lights out defense. So their passing game wasn't great at all, but I thought, okay, so they're going to jail because it always takes the offense a little bit longer to kind of jail than it does the defense. Their defense is Lee County defense. I don't really have any concerns about. With the offense, they got their quarterback in. He only came in like 3 weeks before the season, so he's got to acclimate himself. He's got to learn the system, and he came from New York, so now he got to deal with these big old cornbread, collard green fed country boys too. So there's that. But you playing Hateville Charter, and I'm not saying Hateville Charter is some scrubs, but I would not have expected to see a 0-0 score. That's all I'm saying.
I got you.
Well, the only give Lee County this. The benefit of
come up to the mic, bro.
I'm gonna give. Hold on. How about now?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give Lee County the benefit of the weather with Hateville Charter.
It wasn't. They say it was rain. It was lightning. It wasn't really raining, but okay, I got you.
Again, the weather. But my thing is, what I'm saying is, for 2A, with the exception of Carver or Columbus, you're not in this conversation, so no comments required. Be on the lookout for Hateville Charter in 2A, with the exception of Carver or Columbus.
Okay. I'll accept that. Mr. Wilkins said the Lee County and Hateville game will resume next week, I think. Obadiah, let's see. Heather Knight agrees with me that it should be concerning. Obadiah says, looks like to me I said that one. They're gonna play next Tuesday, September 2nd at 6:00. Yo, are you able to speak? I want to ask you. I want to get your opinion on this. Can you talk, sir? Anyway, so
Here for him to get his shit together because we're gonna talk about these polls soon.
Okay, let's go. Let's talk about Earl says, mind you, they put up 56 points in the first half last year on Hateville. And they put up a pretty good score against Warner Robins the first week. I mean, they pretty much demoralized the Warner Robins Demons, and I've seen them, and they're not a bad team. So I guess my question is, did they just have a bad day, or is Hateville Charter the real deal? Like, it was just interesting to me. That's all. But Mike, if you want to go ahead and give the updated polls, you can do that. What's going on, Kitty Boom? How you doing? It was good seeing this weekend. If you're ready for the polls, Mike, you can go ahead and do those. There are some changes, a few changes this week, and let me explain to some people, because I was reading. I had contracts to look over this morning, so I couldn't really respond like I wanted to, and I think that was God. But I want you all to understand that these are the FNL polls. Please do not get the FNL polls mixed up with the AJC. We're two totally different polls. Okay. And polls are fluid. So we don't just pull and we don't base them on feelings. I'm so glad I didn't answer I didn't respond to that. God is good. He is working with me. So we don't just do it on feelings. There's actually thought that goes into it, and we do look at data. So once when we look at these polls, just know we didn't pull them out our butt. So with that being said, um, let's go. What's your question? Oh, you saying that's my question too? Yeah. You're right. I mean, it just seems real crazy. There it says Warner Robins shot shot themselves in the foot. It should have been a little closer. Oh, okay, okay. And then TA says Hateville has tremendous coaching. Okay, okay. And I definitely trust what you say because you right up there. You work with all those people, and you right up there in the midst of all of them. So I know you know what you're talking about. Pamela, hey sugar, how you doing? Yeah, that's my cousin. She's a Baldwin County Brave. Hey Pam, y'all be nice. Y'all welcome my cousin.
What's up, Pam? What's going on?
Hey, cousin.
What's going on? Nick Barkley, Upson Lee is in the building.
Oh, we got a Nick Barkley sighting. All right,
Oh
what's
my
up,
God,
man?
she was special. Hey, sweetie, she's such a doll. She really is. So Mike, are you ready for the polls or no?
Yeah, I'm ready for the polls.
Okay, let's get it started. We starting with the privates.
No, we're gonna start with both of them. Well, yeah, we're gonna start with the private. Hold on.
So the AJC poll will be on the left, and our poll will be on the right. Because I know somebody from Dodge was upset because they went from 4 to 8. Well, no, you didn't. You were not ranked in our poll. Now you are because you beat Blakely. Y'all need to pay attention. Okay.
So again, as my sis just said, FNL poll is on the right because it's the right poll. AJC poll is on the left because it's kind of out there in left field. But when we look at private, we pretty much have the same teams with the exception of Wesleyan and Athens Academy and Doherty. We need to see. I know for us here on FNL, we want to see Athens Academy win that key game in their non-region schedule to prepare them into our top 10. You took a loss to Aquinas, and the win you had this week, yeah, it was a decent win, but it wasn't the win that we were looking for. But for Athens Academy, um, we've been riding your back for the past couple of years, and you always let us down. But you lost. I mean, don't get me wrong. You beat a Savannah Day Christian. I'm not. I don't think we're really going to look at Athens Academy until they play Commerce September 19th. After that, we're definitely not going to give you a look until you get into September when you play Elbert County and Raven County in the region. So that's the main difference between our two polls. Yo, you want to add anything?
Clearly not. Let's see.
Okay.
Let me see. Jamal has a good question. We're gonna answer it in a minute. Let's see. Jamal wants to know what are your Tiff County predictions based off the first two games. We'll talk about it in a minute when we get to 6A, Mr. Choice. Nick Barkley said, "How's Cedar Grove doing? Better than
Want to
last."
know? Want to know?
Mr. Kirksey says, "I drive by Hateville all the time. Those kids have heart. They practice on the playground pretty much. They don't have a football field." Oh, okay.
Yeah, you talking about getting it out the mud? Hateville gets it out the mud.
Really? A charter school. So they're public. Why did all this time I think they were private?
I don't know. But nah, they public.
You
Probably
learn
because of
something?
the name.
Yeah, that's probably it. And well, they get it out of the mud and they have tremendous coaching. TA says you're absolutely right, but the coaches and the kids aren't afraid of anything. Okay. That's a good combination. Well, Carver Atlanta, y'all. I'm not Carver Atlanta, which I'm impressed with them too, but Carver Columbus, y'all better look out. So Division 2. Go ahead.
Okay, Division 2. I think we all pretty much the same with top 5 different orders. But when you get down to the bottom 6, AJC got Manchester Jenkins, Will Carson brought in Carson Johnson and Johnson County. We ended up bringing in the same people with the exception of we brought in Seminole County because we did kick out Irwin, Telfair, and Early. So, we're both seeing things the same right now in Class A and Division 2. Unless somebody else can tell us otherwise and let us know what we're missing. And when I say us, FNL and AJC, because right now, Irwin County, Telfair County, and Early County just not putting it on display for us to recognize.
Danny says, do the podcast analysts base the ratings on the quality of the win or if that team should beat the team they're playing?
We do take into consideration who the opponent is, i.e. same, lower, or higher classification. And then we do take into account if that team loses, how big or how bad of a loss was it?
We don't really penalize a team that is in an open week or if they've won. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If they won, they kind of keep their ranking unless it's just a, you know what I mean, just a stellar win. But we don't really penalize teams for that.
I mean, we can go back a couple of years ago. What? Maybe 2 years ago. And I'm not trying to do this on purpose, but it's just the example. Cedar Grove came in, started off the season 1-0, and then went 1-3 in the next 4 weeks. And the reason I bring this up is because they had competitive losses. It wasn't like they were being blown out. They were losing by a touchdown against quality teams, i.e. at the time of Westlake, Colquitt County, and I think it was Collins Hill in there where they lost by 14 or maybe 17. But they weren't getting blown out. And everybody was trying to figure out in both AJC and FNL poll, you got a team at 1-3, but they lost 3 straight games. How are you maintaining them at number 1? Or why are they staying at number 1? Quality losses. There is a such thing as a quality loss when you make that loss competitive.
Yeah.
I.e., as what Benedictine did last week in Colquitt County. Yeah. That was a quality loss for for Benedictine to lose to a higher classification school in Colquitt County. But this week, they took a blowout to Buford. How is that going to affect their ranking? We'll down. See when we get down to that classification.
Yeah. Let's see. TA says they Hateville Charter shouldn't beat Carver Columbus, but they won't lay down either. What's going on, Tori Butts? Brooks over everybody. Dwayne has a question. He wants to know why is Brooks ranked number 2? We haven't won yet, and we got our butts kicked week 1. That goes to what we were saying too, because who beat y'all?
Look at who beat Brooks County. It was a mismatch. It was a lopsided game from the jump. The thing is, we just need to see. Brooks County did not play this week. So, therefore, why do we drop Brooks County? So, let's see how Brooks County performs
against
this week.
And that leads to Earl's question. He wants to know, how do y'all think Brooks will do this week against Cook County?
Well, you gotta you know what? You gotta tune in Wednesday to get the answer to your question. Because you gotta remember, today is Monday, so we're recapping and trying to focus on what happened over the weekend, not what's going to happen this upcoming weekend. So I'm gonna say my comments to Wednesday.
Well, I'll tell you, I think Brooks is going to bounce back and beat Cook. I think it's going to be a good game, but I think Brooks over Cook. But that's just my opinion. How you doing, Michael Fowler? Colquitt is in the building, and I'm be honest with you, Mr. Fowler. I'm glad y'all didn't play Monroe, because y'all didn't have them folk didn't have no business bothering you, and you didn't have no business playing them. So
Monroe didn't play.
No, it was God smiled upon them, and there was a lightning delay, so they didn't have to play.
Oh, okay.
We thank God for small favors.
Yeah, I just want to say, I think that I agree with you, Jess. I think that Brooks and Cook game is going to be pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you know what? I'm gonna say something to y'all. Don't worry about Brooks' non-region schedule, because at the end of the day, Brooks is finna run through this region and get a number 1 seed going into the playoffs. I'm not gonna say a number 1 seed. They're going to get a top 5 seed going into the playoffs based off the power rankings. So don't worry about Brooks. Brooks is good.
Torres says he thinks their kids being back in school this week, they play different and look differently, which I don't understand. Y'all go back to school like we went back to school back in the last part of August. Like, everybody else been in school 3 weeks and y'all just getting in. Does that mean y'all don't get out until the end of June, and y'all get out the same time everybody else does? That is confusing to me.
I think they get out at the same time. They just shorten the amount of days that they have to attend.
So hours longer. That just okay. Let me.
Y'all worried about the wrong thing.
You've been talking all day.
No, I'm just saying. We're talking about Brooks County. Brooks County finna run through the region. Why are we worried about their non-region schedule right now?
Man, the man just asked a question, bro. He wanted to know about the game.
And what I'm trying to get the listener to understand is, your non-region schedule is not going to impact you getting a top five power seeding ranking.
That's not what he was saying. He just asked a question.
I know, but I'm giving him an answer though, because my thing is, nobody cares what happens with Cook, Worth County, Fitzgerald, or Pierce County coming up.
Obviously, he cared because he asked a question.
But this is what I'm trying to get him to. No, listen to me.
I know.
For real. No, seriously.
Listening to you, and the man asked a question.
And that's why I'm trying to get the man to understand that your non-region schedule is worthy. It's going to help you. His non-region schedule helps you because he got Thomasville, Cook, Worth, Fitzgerald, and Pierce. Right? Quality opponents in his non-region schedule. I'm with you on that.
He don't need no drink. He done had too many. That's the damn problem.
No. My thing is, he's going to run the region. You ain't got nobody to worry about in the region. Forget a Clinch, forget a Irving County or Charlton County. Okay. They're not going to challenge Brooks County in the region. Brooks County is going to win that region hands down. They're going to go in with a top AC. My thing is, with the help of their non-region schedule of playing a Thomasville, Cook, Worth County, Fitzgerald, and a Pierce County, it is going to boost them to a top 5 seed, if not a top 4 seed, and get home field advantage in the first and second and third round.
Okay.
Awesome stuff.
So Brooks County is good.
Okay.
No need to worry about Brooks. Brooks, do what you do.
Okay.
Play your ball.
Hey,
You
man.
are good until the third round. Once you get past the third round,
Man,
take a look at your opponent and focus on it.
I'm finna
Okay,
like Shannon bounce, don't skip, man. Come on.
say we hear you. Brooks, say we hear you. We hear you. All right, let's go on to Division 1. All right.
Hey, y'all the one that put me in this conversation.
You right, baby.
Man, just answer where we went. Yeah, you ain't have to go into all that.
Okay, baby. We sorry, baby. We sorry. All right, Division 1. What we got?
I'm gonna leave this up to the listeners. I ain't gonna say that. They
All
see
right.
it on the screen. Y'all tell me what y'all see wrong with it.
Okay, so
While I go dip in my supplies again.
shit, that's a problem. All right.
Everybody.
So
You
the
just mad, sis. You jealous.
the top three are pretty much the same. They just flipped Worth County and Thomasville. They have Fitzgerald. Um After this week, we'll probably add Fitzgerald to the thing, just depending. They have Northeast down at number 7. Huh?
Fitzgerald played Chris this week, don't they?
Yeah, Fitzgerald does play Chris this week. So I mean, but I'll say that it depending on how well they win, I think Fitzgerald makes our poll next week. And again, the reason why they weren't in there was because the questions were unanswered. We didn't doubt Fitzgerald, but we just didn't have enough information. Now they're showing their resume, and the poll will reflect that. Let's see. They have Heard County at number 5. We brought them in. Raven County. They have Northeast a little lower than we would have them. Let's see. We brought in to Dodge and Heard, and we kicked Commerce and Elbert out. They kicked Blakely out, and they still have Dublin at number 10. We have them at number 6 at 0-1. Danny says, maybe it's just me, but if you know that you do not have a snowball's chance in winning, then schedule a game against a team you know that you don't have a chance against. I do believe in wanting to compete against a worthy opponent. Okay, we're not going to get on that again, Mr. Jones. We have talked about that ad nauseum. Yes, sir, Mr. Conte. He be talking. Danny says, but come on, man, stop putting your team through all this embarrassment. Dwayne says Fitzgerald says they're going up top paint box. Yeah. We'll see.
I wouldn't be. It is a conversation for Wednesday. So I'm gonna say this. Chris County, you got your hands full.
More than that. I looked at Chris County's schedule today. If they lucky, they'll do 4 and 6. But they will make the playoffs. No problem. They will make the playoffs. What you mean, Mike, going off emotions? I know you ain't talking about the poll. All right. So
I don't go off emotion, though. I go off of facts.
his facts. Yeah.
Anyway.
Emotional. Class 2A. Break it down, sir.
I think we all agree Carver Columbus right now is the team to beat in 2A. It's just a matter of which team below them in the top 10 is going to challenge them. As of right now, the AJC, for some odd reason, figures it's Pierce County. And then they got Rockmart at 2, Burke County at 3, and Carver Atlanta at 5. Whereas we moved up Morgan County to 2. Drop Rockmart down to 3 because of the loss to Cartersville. Burke County at 4 and Pierce County at 5. Carver Atlanta comes in at number 6 on our poll. We are still riding the Sumter County wave. until Sumter County proves us wrong. We both agree on Cook County, which we've already had them in. Callaway, they are looking at something different on Callaway. Thompson, I will tell you this. It was a conversation that was had, a long and deep conversation. We kept you in the top 10 based off of who you played, but we need for you to step up your performance going forward. I will say that. We never had Hart County got dropped by the AJC, and that is the difference between our 2 polls and 2A. But Thompson, step it up and play your game and play your type of ball going forward.
Jamal says, "What are your thoughts on Burt coming off of a state championship appearance?"
I think we can agree when I say this statement. A state championship team coming off of a state championship is not, we don't look for that team to rebuild, we look for that team to reload. And when it comes to Burt County, we look at Burt County as trying to rebuild. Whereas Carver Columbus is reloading.
I think Burt County lost a lot. I don't know that they get to the state championship, but Burt County always has athletes, and I think they'll be okay. Will they be as powerful as they were last year? I don't know that they will.
Well, I am gonna say this. Don't be surprised in December if we have a Carver Columbus versus a Carver of Atlanta state championship game.
Okay. Darian Moffitt, welcome to the podcast. He said the game Northeast played Friday was called due to an on-field fight between Northeast and Southwest, with Northeast taking the win, being 30-8. Yeah, I was going to talk about that. I was going to talk about that too, because I wanted to know. I haven't seen any video. I'm just curious as to what I know what they say happened, but we'll talk about it in just a minute, Mr. Moffitt. But thank you so much for joining the podcast. Okay, we got.
Can I answer Obadiah question?
Yes. Why does the AGJC have Hateville Charter at number 8?
I'm gonna keep it as simple as possible. A lot of, I guess you could say, influential platforms look at Hateville and see that they have not only returned some talent, but have some talent that have came to them. Keep in mind, Hateville is in a 2A class. I think a lot of people feel that Hateville Charter is in a position of where they were before to i.e. challenge. I know for me personally, yes, I do feel like Hateville Charter is back to where they were in the late 2010s, i.e. that 2018, that 2019 type of team. I think that's what they have this year. The only issue is they haven't displayed it on the field yet. Granted, they were supposed to play, i.e. complete a game against Lee County. They have an upcoming game this weekend against Cartersville. Turn around, go to Heritage and Kanye. 2 weeks later in September, and then come back in September 19th and play at Westlake, and then get into region play. And who do they open up region play against? Carver, Atlanta. For me, that September 26th game against Carver, Atlanta is going to tell you what that Hateville Charter team is, win or lose. Hateville Charter, in my opinion, will take the number 2 seed in that region for the simple fact, Lovett is going over to the private. Holy Innocents is going over to the private playoffs. By default, Hateville Charter at a minimum would take number 2. Actually, I'm going to change that. At a maximum would take number 2 in that region because they're not going to stop Carver Atlanta. But a lot of people, including myself, think Hateville Charter is back to where they were. In that 2016, 2017 type of season. We feel I think they have those type of athletes to bring that life back into the program.
Okay. So let's go ahead and go with 4A. Jordan says Burke County has lost a lot, but they'll be in the mix come December. Okay. Did we talk about 3A? Okay, yeah. Let's talk about 3A.
Any questions on 3A? Any comments on 3A? Because for the most part, our polls didn't change for the most part. Our polls didn't change at all for 3A.
Mm-hmm.
So just want to know if anybody got any comments on our 3A poll, whereas AJC dropped K-Roy and brought in Troop, which we already had from the week prior.
And they moved LaGrange down over Peach County. They moved Peach County above LaGrange.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't see any questions. We can go to 4A.
Okay. I think we're gonna have a conversation. I think 4A is gonna be a nice little conversation piece. But I'm gonna roll with the listeners. Cause our top 4 are the same as the top 4 in the AJC. I don't understand how the AJC only moved Ware County up one spot. I don't get it. You don't move Ware County above Cambridge and Benedictine.
Yeah.
I don't get it how you not do that.
I mean, it'd be one thing if it was a competitive loss of Benedictine, but Buford put belt BTA in Savannah. So, yeah.
I guess my biggest thing in 4A is I don't want to. I know Kell is going to let us down. Cambridge is going to let us down. And Central Carrollton is going to let us down. I don't care how you spend it. It happens every year. Kell, Central Carrollton, and Cambridge, they're going to let us down. My thing is, do they step out of that norm and not let us down this year and maintain some type of even level performance and maintain what they start?
Yeah, I don't know. But Jamal says Creekside is his favorite to win 4A. He says he gets the North Oconee hype, but he really likes Creekside.
And I can ride with him on it.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is Creekside is Creekside is gonna do their thing like they've been doing for the past 2 years and embarrass Georgia this coming Saturday when they play DeSoto. So I am gonna say this. If you are and you do support Georgia high school football, you happen to be in the Atlanta area, go buy a ticket for Creekside this Saturday when they play DeSoto. I know I'm not going to be able to make it to the game, but if you're in the Atlanta area, go support Creekside. Buy a ticket, go to the game. If you don't go to the game, at least support Creekside. But Creekside is going to be embarrassed the state of Georgia, and we're going to say what we're going to say on Friday, on Monday about them playing DeSoto. But at the end of the day, let's be honest, Creekside is going to be a contender in 4A.
Trojan Body, welcome to the podcast. He says Kell versus Sequoia will be a good game.
Yes, it will, because Sequoia, I think, will win that game.
Okay. And then we really going to have to start looking at Sequoia for real.
It ain't Sequoia. It's Sprayberry we need to look at in 5A.
Both of them. I'm looking at both of them.
I'm not stressed about Sequoia because Sequoia was there last year. They're building on something. Sequoia is working on something. They got something good going at Sequoia. My thing is Sprayberry, yeah, they got one of the top cornerbacks in the state, in the nation, recruiting wise, but Is that why everybody got Sprayberry in the top 10 right now? Because one single player at cornerback / receiver?
Mm. Jamal says, I think it will be a better game than folks think because DeSoto lost a lot.
I mean, I hear you, man, but at the same time, we're talking about DeSoto. Despite they lost a lot, they can get stuff in just as easily as they lost.
Yeah. Shorten my damn thing.
And that's my thing with DeSoto. Don't ever, ever. Like, did anybody watch the Mater Day the Mater Day and who Mater Day played this
No, I
past
didn't.
weekend?
I don't know. But yeah.
No, okay. But what I was gonna get at was this: every time Mater Day got a turnover, they turned the ball right back over to the team they were playing, and that made the game seem closer than what it really was. But at the end of the day, Mater Day was just the better team.
Got you.
So
Oscar, Oscar says Sequoia and Sprayberry sound like a hood bitch.
it do.
Y'all are crazy. Let's do 5A. What
Ah,
about Terrence said they play Aquinas. Modern day
yeah,
play.
that was an ugly game. I mean, it was an ugly game, but it was an ugly game for both teams. But Modern Day did what they were supposed to do and pulled out the win.
Okay, so
All
they
right,
playing Aquinas. Yeah.
5A again.
Let's go. Welcome to the podcast, number one. And number two, Mike don't need nothing else. Okay. You don't need to pass Mike your cup. And first of all, he don't need nothing else. And number two, I can guarantee you, he ain't gonna never be without. Ever. 5A.
All right, 5A. The main difference between us is AJC has Sprayberry at number 7, whereas despite Rome being 0-1, we still have Rome in our rankings. Rome was off last week. So don't get it twisted. When you look at Rome and you want to understand who Rome lost to in week 1, keep that loss in mind. So the question you may have is, who did Rome lose to? Well, just so you know, Rome lost to Creekside, one of the top 10 teams in 4A, which was a game that was supposed to have been played last year, which a lot of us was looking forward to, but didn't happen because of the unfortunate incident that happened with the Rome bus. Game was played in week 1. Rome was off this past week. So, taking a 28-48 loss, yeah, Rome dropped in our polls, but I'm going to ask the listeners the question that we were faced with. Who do you bring in 5A to replace Rome?
I think they already answered that because the comments with Darius Kirksey said you got to put some respect on Hoko. Oscar Miles says, why don't y'all have Hoko in the top 10? Darius says Rome played down and lost. They got to drop off.
Okay, we're talking about. Hold on, we're talking about Hoko.
No.
Hold on, no. Let me get this in. We're talking about Hoko. Hoko's beat a Brookwood by 7 points. They turned around and showed no defense against Effingham County. You beat Effingham County by 14, 56-42, and you really want to talk to us about bringing Hoko in when Hoko couldn't shut down Effingham County and a Brookwood that you beat by 7 points? My question for Hoko is this. Where is Hoko's defense? Hoko, we know you have offense, but can you play defense? Because my thing is, with the defense that you're displaying right now, you got Perry coming up. You got Warner Robins. You got Tiff County. Veterans. No, I don't even need to talk about your region. Veterans, Northside Coffees, TCC, and Lee County. Where's your defense at, Hoko? You haven't put your defense on display yet. Where is it?
They're on the bubble. They're on the bubble in our poll, but we'll see. We'll see.
But I'm
Uh,
just saying they ain't got Hoko ain't playing no defense right now. Hoko out
uh,
there playing flag football.
Oscar said they won, bro. All wins aren't going to be pretty or blowouts. Earl says Rome was also up 21-0 and lost 48-28. How you doing, Deshaun? Darius says, where's Rome's defense?
Rome only played one game, but at the same time, look who Rome played. Again, who did Rome play? Talk to me, listeners. Who did Rome play in week one?
And
Rome played Creekside. No, Rome played Creekside, right?
mm-hmm.
As we always say, X's and Joe's and
X and
X's
O,
and O's
Jimmy's and Joe.
and Jimmy's and Joe. My thing is, Rome came out strong in the first quarter. We all saw that in the Corky Kev. Creekside made adjustments in that second quarter and throughout the rest of the game, and only gave up 7 points from the second quarter through the fourth quarter. Creekside only gave up 7 points.
Block me.
Again, that speaks volumes to the Creekside defense and coaching staff on making adjustments. But keep in mind, we only had one game to judge Rome on. Rome, who is Rome playing this upcoming Friday? They're playing Carrollton. Who do they follow Carrollton up with? Toombs County. How do I expect Rome to go in these next 2 weeks? 1-1. They're going to lose to Carrollton and beat Toombs County. Here's my thing. Rome is going to win their region. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. The only team that's going to challenge Rome in that region is New Manchester. Let's be real about it.
Darius
So
says,
therefore,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
huh?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I mean Rome is going to be somebody that is going to have to be dealt with in 5A regardless. How
Darius,
you define how they played in that first game against Creekside?
Darius says Rome gave up more points and lost. What's going on, Philip Jacob Wilson?
But who else? Hold on. But who else in 5A do we bring in? Who else in 5A would you want to see in your top 10 to replace Rome?
They're saying Hoko. This is the question that I was going to ask. If Hoko and Rome played, do you see who do you see?
Rome beats Hoko.
I mean, apparently they say Hoko beats Rome.
No.
I'm sorry. That
And
is Middle
thank
and
you.
South Georgia bias. Rome beats Hoko.
Okay, yo, what you got to say? Welcome back.
Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. I've been whipping up a little dinner for the kids and all. But Rome definitely beat Hoko. Hoko lost a lot on the offensive side of the ball, returned a whole bunch on defense. Defense was supposed to be the Achilles heel of Hoko this year, but I have to agree with bruh. Their defense hadn't showed up yet. And they hadn't even got into the teeth of their schedule. On a neutral site, on a home and home, either way you put it, Rome beat Hoko this year. So unless Hoko's able to prove us wrong and start making some moves, yeah, they 2-0. And one thing we do know about our poll is it's a week by week thing. You know, Rome can be in it this week, out next week. Hoko can move in this week, be gone next week. I do think you have to reward them for being 2-0 because they have beat who was in front of them. But we also go with who they played against, who everybody else played against, and head-to-head matchup. And head-to-head matchup, I do believe Rome will beat Hoko this year.
Let's see. Okay. Okay, yeah. Heather says that's what I've heard too, that Hoko's offense is far more superior than their defense. Darius said they played a 4A school though.
Agreed, but a 4A school that is projected to be the state champion in 4A. Mm-hmm. So that's one thing I've always said, and I know if y'all have checked my receipts and listened to me on this podcast, the A behind that number don't mean a BA thing in Georgia high school football.
Yeah.
All that means is how many bodies of students you got. You can put a 2A carver on the field with a lot of 3 and 4A schools, 5A schools, and I think they play with them.
Will they win? I think depth wins out in the end, but as far
I
as
doubt it. I
competitive,
think they still win. You look at Lee County game. I think that that's a real game instead of a scrimmage. I think Carver pulled that out.
I don't know.
And Lee is one of the top schools in 5A. Let's just be real about it.
Let's see. Mr. What is that question? It was a good one. Hold on. Earl said since y'all broke it down like that, I get it. Let's see. Nancy Trader is spam. Mike, if you could get that out.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get them all out.
Okay, Jacob has a question. Jamal has a question. He said, "Who do y'all have winning Gainesville, Roswell, in Milton's region?"
It's a good question.
Milton.
Me personally, I think Milton still have the edge. But after looking at the first couple of weeks, Jamal, that's a good question because it's a toss up right now. Roswell is going to be a lot better than everybody said. Y'all heard me tell our guy who was from Roswell. We don't have him on. I'm sorry. Evan Reese,
Yeah.
Mr. Reese.
He was here earlier.
Yeah. Mr. Reese, I've been telling him, taking Lee County offensive coordinator, Lee County put up over 50 points a game last year. To have him come in and get that Roswell team back on track, I look for Roswell to be a problem. Gainesville, with all of their move-ins and the way they just went over and thrashed Moody, Moody come here and they thrash them. I think it's going to be a tough
Hold on.
week.
Hey, yo. What a freshman quarterback.
Exactly. So, I really don't know who gonna win that region. I think it's still Milton, but if Roswell or Gainesville win, I wouldn't be surprised.
And what's the status on Milton's quarterback?
Don't matter right now because that freshman quarterback has a great supporting cast. All he got to do is manage the game.
Philip Jacob Williams says a weak defense in 5A ain't gonna get you far. I agree.
Agreed.
I agree.
Especially in the region that Hoko play in. I said it at the beginning of the season, veterans will get into the playoffs. I don't know if it's Hoko or Coffee that they will upset, but you better be able to play some defense in that region that you're in. Reason why Thomas County and Lee County has been so dominant. You can look at the offense, but both of those teams in that game is always close because of the defense. It's always a defensive battle. Neither team scores what their averages are. So you better be able to play some defense in that region, in that classification period.
Agreed.
So I want to say that real fast. I want to say this for the Roswell, for the people that are questioning Roswell. September 5th, put this on your calendars. In 2 weeks, September 5th, they play Buford. Now, it's not the fact that they play Buford. It's the fact of September 12th, they turn around and go to Westlake. Everybody has this, I don't know, picture of Westlake being good this year for whatever reason. I'm not worried about the Buford game because I expect Roswell to lose against Buford. But I expect Roswell to turn around and blow Westlake TF out. I don't care how you perform against Buford. I want to see how you perform after the loss against Buford and how bad you beat Westlake on September 12th. That's what matters to me.
Yeah, Roswell will be okay against Buford. It'll probably be another Milton game, a close game. I'm thinking both teams, no team go over 20, into the 30s. The game would be 20s or something like that. You're not looking at a 30-point game out of either one of those teams. So that'll be a good game. They may lose, but again, you're absolutely right. They will go in and probably hammer Westlake by a lot, and that'll show what Roswell looking like this year.
And the reason I say that is because when you look at Roswell's schedule, they closed the season out September 24th against Gainesville and September 31st, Halloween, against Milton. Those 2 weeks right there, those last 2 weeks of the season, you have an opportunity to prepare yourself for it now. You got Walton coming up this weekend, Buford the following week, and Westlake. Prepare yourself now in your non-region schedule with those 3 games for your last 2 games of the season. Because you should beat Walton. You lose to West on the Buford. How do you bounce back from a loss to Buford against Westlake? It's going to be displayed again when you get to the end of the season as you wrap up the season in region play against a Gainesville and a Milton.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I bring up the Buford and Westlake game. Because it's going to dictate how they close the season out against a Gainesville and a Milton. I expect Roxwell to lose to Milton. I'm going to flip a coin against you in Gainesville as of today. But that's why I bring those games up. So 6A.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
So I think between us and the AJC, we all agree on who the top 5 teams are in 5A. Yes, we got Val Dawson in different spots. Yes, we both got McKeachin. We both brought McKeachin in this week. North Gwinnett, I need for you to prove your worth. We kept Mill Creek in despite a loss this past week. North Cobb, we kept you in despite a loss this week to McKeachin. That's why McKeachin is ranked above you. And we dropped the Collins Hill. Norcross.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was saying Earl has a question. What's going on with Collins Hill?
Collins Hill is fool's gold. Now, no, seriously. I'm going to say something to y'all right now, and y'all are going to take it and run with it. Week 1 and week 2, Collins Hill has gotten blown out. I will say this, and I think y'all going to take it and run with it, but I think y'all agree with me on this. If Collins Hill loses this weekend, Collins Hill is down and out bad. I think everybody on this panel can agree with me when I say this. If Collins Hill loses this Friday night, they are down and out bad.
It ain't this panel. That's everybody in America.
Everybody in America.
If you lose,
everybody in the state of Georgia.
You lose to Cedar Grove, you down and out bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Darius says Roswell is solid. The quarterback played us pretty good last year. The boy can spin it. I think he plays baseball. Jamal says,
Y'all heard that ice make?
No, we didn't, but that just means you're gonna get something else to drink. Jamal Choice says there's going to be some good ball games in Region 2 5A. Morris says Newton Rams head west to Douglas County. Y'all got an uphill battle, sir.
Holy Rams.
Good luck to you. Good luck to you.
T.A. says Westlake's track team wins state every other year. I can't understand why they don't get that speed on the football field.
Stop right there, Jess. Stop right there. I'm going to say this.
Okay, Pastor.
Track speed does not translate to football speed and vice versa. Football speed does not translate to track speed. Here's my thing.
That I have to disagree with you on.
You got to disagree?
Football speed does not translate to track speed. But track speed, you definitely can put track speed on the football field, and it shines.
In certain positions. You didn't let me finish my statement. In certain positions. You can put a track speed at a receiver, and he will excel. I.e., Willie Galt is the perfect example of that.
Oh, I used to love Willie Galt. Oh.
We know.
Girl, stop it. You know what? You know what, Mama Clump? I'm so sorry for talking about Montel. But my thing is, and this is all I'm saying. Based on the position that a track player plays on the football field determines if it's going to translate on the football field, because a lot of times they're just not in a position to display that speed, or they just don't get the ball in space to display that speed. But as long as they're playing if they're playing a receiver spot based on coverage, i.e., yeah, you can exploit that speed. But outside of that, I don't see that speed being exploited anywhere else on the field. When you're putting a track player in on a football field. Now, yo, tell me where I'm wrong at.
Bro, you can put a track guy at the running back position. You
Mm-hmm.
can put a track guy at a DB position, safety or
Mm-hmm.
corner, wide
Mm-hmm.
receiver. You can even have a track guy running the quarterback. It depends on what kind of offense you're running. Speed on a football field kills. Y'all been hearing that for years, and you a little boy. Speed kills.
Yeah.
Bro, speed, you got a fast team, man, and you got a quarterback or an offense that can get it into those guys' hands, you're a deadly team. So I don't think it's Westlake, Jimmy's, and Joe's. I'm starting to question, do they got the right people over there to put the S's and O's together to get the ball to these track guys and let them do what they do?
And I'm asking that question for you. No.
Obviously.
Yeah, that's what okay, that's what Darius says. He said coaching at Westlake, they got some dogs over there. TA says team speed is necessary. Jamal has a question. Y'all don't have any love for Lowndes?
I love him like my ex-wife, Jamal. Love
And
him
then
like my ex-wife.
whoa. Okay, we gonna he hate them motherfuckers. Okay, Darius
And
says
he said, my brother Yo said it all.
Darius, he also says Westlake has to battle with Langston and Creekside for athletes. They're losing that battle right now.
Agreed.
And Cole says, Cole Moore, I don't know if I welcomed you, Cole. If I didn't, my apologies. But if you want to hear what Mike had to say about TCC, you'll have to go back. Then you can go back and cuss him out how you want to. But he said Lowndes hasn't developed the second string quarterback. But Jamal says he's translated well. Stephen Wynn said, and that's true, Daryl Green showed that with Washington. He was, oh my God, he was so fast. He really was. Let's see. And Roswell's quarterback has committed to Furman. Congratulations to him. Chauncey Kinlow says we run the wing T. Our 4x1 team is our main guys.
Exactly.
And he's a Lincoln County. You're a Lincoln County Red Devil, I think, Mr. Kinlow. Westlake, Creekside, Langston need to combine and bring back 7A.
Hello.
Freddie Mac says the wide receiver from Langston Hughes last year was super fast.
Yes, we continue to talk about that track team that Langston Hughes had. And again, a stud of a quarterback in Christian C5 Langford to get the ball to him. So good take, Mr. Mac.
Yeah, so speed is before we get off, we want to talk briefly about what happened at the Northeast Southwest game on Friday. They had to call it in the third quarter due to a fight that broke out. The GHSA, last I heard, the GHSA is currently investigating. The referees have to turn in what happened. Every game, every referee crew has to turn in what happened at the game. So they're going to look at that. They're going to conduct an investigation, and it's too early to say who's going to be fined and suspended or if they'll be issued out at all. If you ask the people from Northeast, I want to hear what somebody from Southwest says because all my accounts come from Northeast. Shout out to the East Side. It's the Peace Side. But apparently, shut up. Apparently, what happened was the coaches actually came to Northeast sideline. They were upset because the quarterback, who happened to be the coach's son at Southwest, all this is hearsay, but they were a little upset because he kept getting, flattened. So y'all take what you will. I don't know what happened after that, but it was just an unfortunate event, and we'll have, I guess, the GHSA will give us more information as it goes on, but a fight, it just ain't worth it. Y'all stop doing that. Y'all stop fighting. And I'm glad it stayed on the field and didn't translate off the field. So I do thank God for that because it could have really gotten ugly.
And You talking about two stand-up guys, man. Let's be real. Wiggins and Dupree are two stand-up guys.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like you said, I'm just talking about the personal knowledge that I have of both coaches for Northeast
Mm-hmm.
and Southwest.
Mm-hmm.
Um, me to think that Joe Dupree is upset because his son is being tackled hard, and that come on, I can't believe that.
That's why I said
I
I
know, man.
want
I know what you're saying. I know.
to.
I know, and I've heard that too. We talked to one guy,
Mm-hmm.
a friend of the show that said that,
Yeah.
and I'm not knocking his because he have no reason to lie, especially
Mm-hmm.
him. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But that's just hard for me to believe. Again, the point I was making is those are two stand-up guys. I'm pretty sure they'll accept whatever punishment need to be accepted, get their team together and discipline whoever need to be disciplined, and go on to continue to have a good season. I think both schools will. So
Yeah, I agree. And you know, eh, I hear like the people in on social media, they need to forfeit their seasons and all that stuff. That's just ridiculous.
yeah,
This is not a
We
I'm a
ain't talking about
firm
Banks County.
oh yeah, we need to talk about that too. I'm a firm believer of hitting a gnat with a sledgehammer, but sometimes it ain't necessary, and that would be the equivalent of hitting a gnat with a sledgehammer. Find who you're gonna find, suspend who you're gonna suspend for a half or a game, and let's keep it moving.
yeah,
That's it. Darius Kirksey said he heard it was a late hit. Darian Moffitt said there were hits from both sides that were not called during the game.
yeah. And I don't want per se the referee's fault. But when you have that type of stuff going on, Mr. Moffitt, that you're reporting, it's up to the referees to get both sides, calm them down, talk to the coaches, like, hey, this is a game-wide warning. Any more of this stuff, you're getting put out of here. Every referee know what goes on in the city of Macon. They know the rivalry between Southwest and Northeast. The refs should have controlled that game a lot better than what they did before it got out of hand.
And listen, it's been a long time since both Northeast and Southwest were competitive. Well, Southwest especially. And I never thought that they would beat Northeast, but Southwest used to be worse than Central. You know what I mean? So I know it was a lot of emotion that went into this game. So I hope they take all of that into consideration when they look at that. But it's unfortunate, but and the last thing, Banks County. Mike, you ready to talk about that?
Banks County. Coach got dismissed after one game into the 25-26 season for undisclosed reasons and promoted the offensive coordinator to head coach. So, for anyone that is listening, why was the coach fired one game into the season? Number two, what is Banks County School District not disclosing that we are not hearing? The coach that Banks County originally had was a quality coach. If I'm not mistaken, he came from Blessed Trinity, I believe.
He did. He was an offensive coordinator.
Yeah, that helped lead them to multiple state titles and region championships. So what was it that the former coach at Banks County was doing that made Banks County School District dismiss him? That's my biggest question, because the articles that I read did not disclose why he was removed.
They're not going to disclose it.
So please, anybody from Banks County, help us understand why you would lose or dismiss a quality coach one game into the season that was trying to do you a favor and turn your program around.
Well, it's definitely not anything on the field from that game. It's not
we
like
know
they've been
that.
pleased with something that he did in coaching. So being an in-house situation, it'll come out, but you probably have to wait on it. There's probably some T's that need to be crossed and some dots that need to be I'd before
The
they
I's that
actually
need to
release
be
it.
dotted.
There you go. That part.
And,
And
yeah.
T's need to be crossed.
Nah,
Obadiah.
y'all, nah, both of y'all got it backwards. There's some T's to be dotted and some I's to be crossed because this just don't smell right.
And that ain't, boy, hush your drunk ass up. I said it right.
No, I'm just saying something about it doesn't smell. Yeah, it's probably okay. Let's be real about it. Y'all want to be real? Let's be real. It's either one. It's either one. Some money through the boosters, or an eligible player that he didn't get caught up about.
Mr. Kirksey said it's probably somebody's wife. TA said it had to be something deeper. Politics must be in play.
Yeah, I agree with
No,
you. Yeah, I
I mean,
agree. Because you're talking about an ineligible player. If he didn't get caught, they're not dismissing that. They're not dismissing a coach because of that. Nah.
I'm with you on it, but that's why I said number one, it has to be.
Man, be still.
Yeah. Obadiah says, is this the first time y'all have ever talked about Banks County on this podcast? I just had to look up the county. I think so. But Obadiah will tell you, I think that's where I'm almost positive that's where he's from. I met a nice gentleman at the Benz last year, and I think he was from Banks County. We had a really good conversation.
Yo, hush up. Don't say that. If you don't say that, I ain't gonna say that.
What? Y'all talk to him too. What are you talking about, man?
I heard that.
It probably sounds political. Let me read what Deshaun said about Southeast and South. Oh, Lord, they've been closed 20 years. Southwest and Northeast. He said the referees have to get control of these games, and when you know the kids are beefing, coaches shouldn't allow kids to shake hands. Coaches shake hands and go home.
Agreed. I've seen that, and that's why I said, Deshaun, you've had refs that will take control of the game, give a game warning to both sides, and kind of take control of it. Don't allow handshakes at the end of the game, and that be the end of it. So I agree, Deshaun. Good take. They need to get back to that and kind of stop this craziness from going on. Because that's 2 weeks in a row that we don't have this type of thing happen.
Oscar, I was not mule chasing. Trust me, I was not. I don't. Yeah.
Well, at least he said it, not us.
Let that go. I think, like sis said, let that go. I think y'all need to let that go. Y'all really need to let that go. Tapping the principal's wife or something. Well, that would be stupid.
No, one that would be kind of gangster.
My Lord, gangster and unemployed. What is Banks County?
Banks County is in Northwest Georgia. It's up there by Northeast Georgia. I'm sorry.
It's giving small town. We run this, and we gonna show you who in charge.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, it's about. Let me read. It's located between Atlanta and Greenville.
Yep.
Well,
it's positioned along the I-85 corridor, providing easy access to major cities like Atlanta and Greenville. And they say in Greenville, South Carolina. So, yeah, it's
somewhere up 85.
It's in the mountains. So, guys, well, that was a lot.
It was fun tonight. I appreciate y'all.
Yes, you had a lot of fun, baby.
I appreciate. Hold on. I appreciate the listeners enduring me, and I appreciate the panel enduring me because I really don't speak a lot. But I appreciate y'all enduring me.
Yes, we were just so happy that you decided to express yourself because you always just so quiet. We just had to kind of give you the floor, and you blossomed, and we're so proud of you, Mike.
All right, real quick before we get off of here, man.
Ooh, I didn't know that. Clinch coach got fired for clapping cheeks at the school. Ooh.
Well, he ain't the only one.
He said they want some threesome stuff in the third wheel, make the hubby look bad. Okay.
Mm.
Thank you, Mr. Curtis. We appreciate you. Make sure you come back on Wednesday so we can listen to the Wizards' predictions and we can talk about the upcoming games
Why
and
did
what.
you interrupt me? I'm just
Oh,
trying
I'm
to
so
figure out.
sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm sorry. My
Are you
apologies.
really? Are you really? Are you really?
Nope. It
I'm
was
not
it was so
acting.
sarcastic. You didn't feel that? I
Yeah,
felt it.
I did.
I was sincere. Unlike you. I was sincere, and I won't interrupt you anymore. Go ahead.
No. Real talk though, babe. I was just saying, if y'all watch our page, y'all know I've been spotlighting some kids. We enjoy what we do, bringing you all content for Georgia high school football around the state. But a lot of this is about the kids. We like to get them recognized. So I've been spotlighting a lot of kids this year. If y'all got any kids from your school that you want spotlighted, send me, anybody on this panel, the information, picture of the kid, any offers they have, any stats they have, things like that. And we don't mind putting them on the page. We do have a lot of college recruiters and things like that we work with behind the scenes that we would like to get these kids out in front of. So just wanted to put that disclaimer out there.
Yeah, please send the stats and pics and stuff.
Yes, because I've done 3 kids already, and they all have been Peach County kids because their parents have gotten with me. So I just wanted to put that out. I don't want it to seem like we're just being biased to Peach County. Shout out to Earl Brooks. I did get him and his son information, which we'll be working on putting him a spotlight together. So anybody else that want their any kid from your school, your neighborhood, your area, surrounding counties, spotlighted on our show, just get with any one of the panel members and send their information, and we'll definitely get them spotlighted on our page.
And with that being said, if you guys are interested in playing fantasy football for free this season, I invite you to try and beat me in fantasy football in the FNL league. Because I need a challenge. I'm tired of winning my 2 fantasy football leagues that I'm in. But my problem is nobody that listens to us seems to want to challenge me. And I don't know why.
Because you're just so good at everything you do, Mike.
I know that. But my thing is, I'm looking for a challenge this year. I want a challenge.
You are the man. Do you know that? Do
I
you know
know
how
that.
powerful you are?
I do. Because I be stealing the Wizards 8 ball sometimes.
Yeah.
Hey, he living in my basement. I might as well utilize him and the witch's witchcraft.
Dwayne says send him the link, please. And we'll talk about it again on Wednesday. We'll talk about highlighting the babies too when there's more people on. They going to bed just like I need to be going to bed.
Yeah, you right on that because 5:30 finna come around real fast.
You need to sleep your shit off.
Especially for you.
You know what, baby sis? You gonna stop throwing them on them slick ass comments now.
Not a head shit. What you talking about?
I know. Keep doing what you're doing, girl. We love it.
All right, guys. We'll catch you on Wednesday. Thank y'all so much. We are nothing without you. So thank y'all. Good night.
Push the goddamn button.